Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I am hopping on to talk about essential supplements for everyday life. So, I know everyone is on a supplement overkill. I know everyone's talking about the latest supplement. I know everyone is taking 10 to 15 different supplements because, again, the idea is that the more supplements you take to support your body, the less amount that you will actually be taking in actual medications, which again, at some point it's true. You want to be health conscious, but you also want to make sure as a consumer that you are understanding what you're taking, that you're understanding what type of company that you're purchasing, what ingredients are in those supplements. So that's going to be very, very key. The goal is to become your own health advocate and to be able to do research on these companies or do research on the ingredients that are coming into those specific supplements. And again, you also want to make sure that you are taking the right supplements for you. Now, there are a few that end up um, being good for overall everyone just because there are certain imbalances that we can't control, even if you eat the cleanest, which is why I'm going to rate these as the top ones that you should incorporate. But again, that doesn't say that you shouldn't be getting functional labs in order to assess where the imbalances are coming and how far or how often or long should you be taking this specific supplement, because it can vary. You can switch throughout either the years or months on something specific. If your body feels like it's not no longer having any effect, it may be that there might be something deeper going on and you need to go and do some research on that. Or even get, again, functional labs so that you can see an overall picture of what's happening in your body. So, the first one that we're going to talk about is adrenal support. Now, adrenal support is something that pretty much, um, everyone needs due to the stress in our lives. Adrenals are the organ that ends up releasing cortisol, and cortisol is released in either acute or chronic stress situations, internally or externally. So you just want to be careful with the type of adrenal support you are going to be taking. Some of them actually have hormone support in it, and some just have herbs that support your hormones. So you want to make sure that you're taking the right one. And you also want to make sure that when you are taking an adrenal support, there are different varieties, and that's where functional labs really come in handy because you need to assess whether you're in a chronic state or an acute state. Of stress so that you're able to determine which adrenal support is going to be right for you. Now, one that I think everyone should take is liver support. Now, again, we need to remember that our liver is one of the largest detoxification organs and ends up having a lot of detox issues. And again, since our liver is always working overtime, trying to detox itself from the products that we're putting on our skin, the scents that we're smelling, the food that we're eating, it goes into overdrive trying to filter these toxins out. And again, the other stuff that we can't control, people spraying in the air, just the different fumes that we're ingesting that we can't help. But again, if you're maybe having hormone issues, this could be an issue that, again, all your hormones are getting kinked up in the liver and they're unable to flow and filter out through the liver the way they should. But again, remember that's why testing is so important so that you're able to really identify this. But this is something that can and will help everyone. I am also going to be putting down mucosal support, because what happens is certain foods, and we can have another video discussing on what type of foods end up destroying your mucosal barrier in your small intestines. Um, And again, we need to be able to repair it. But we need to repair it also not with just supplement, but with how we're eating. Because if we're eating all that junk still and we're taking just a supplement and thinking that's going to help, it's not. If anything, it's putting a little bit of a band-aid, and then eventually the dam will break and symptoms will start flooding in. So again, this is great for, again, overall a good supplement, because again, most of our mucosal barriers are damaged at some point or at some level, and this really helps support your recovery when you start changing your lifestyle, when you start changing your eating habits. Because again, like, supplements aren't the one all be all. Like, you can take supplements, but if you don't change your lifestyle, these things are going to continue to happen. So that's something we need to always remember. And then the fourth one is antioxidants. So again, with farming, with agriculture, with everything that has been equipped to run a certain way, a lot of the nutrients and the antioxidants that were once in our foods, fruits, vegetables, they're no longer as potent as before. So again, we need to remember that everyone would do well with an antioxidant support. Again, I don't think even if you eat the cleanest ever, food alone is going to help build that up, and that's why an antioxidant would be very helpful for every single person. This is very important. Now, the last one we're going to talk about is mineral support. Now, most of us are mineral deficient, again, because of the amount of less nutrients that are in our food today. And so again, minerals can help with sleep. If you're having trouble sleeping, this can help in your overall life. It helps with nutrition gaps. Again, remember, the diet we're eating is not going to keep up with what our body actually needs naturally. Again, and so you see a huge difference when you start incorporating mineral support. So, now that we have discussed all five of the supplements that I truly believe will move you in the right direction, some of them I would highly suggest that you do get functional labs just to see at what level you're at. But even if you start with those and you start moving with changing your diet, exercise, making sure your sleep's in order, these things are going to help equip you so that you feel better, so that you can take on a bigger coaching program, so that you're able to function better in life. But even if you just did one or two of those things, you should notice a huge difference. All right, guys. If you loved what I talked about, please like and subscribe for more of this information. And I am going to put a link for the blog that kind of goes a little bit more in detail of everything that I talked about. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.